Go.
Okay. Hi, my name is Eluna Berzon, and I am an animator, a voice actor for this project, and I also worked on the character prototypes right here.
Hello, my name is Jasmine Espinosa. I am the leader of our studio, Get Go Studios, and I am the writer, I'm the voice actor, and I also worked on the storyboard and designs.
Hi, my name is Thais. I'm the designer and I worked on the value proposition.
Hi, my name is Olivia Lewis, and I'm the money manager, and I helped with the writing and some of the coloring, and I also helped with the marketing plan.
Hi, I'm Ayana Gopal. I partially voice acted, and I help around with whatever needs help getting done in our team.
So, we've all felt it. That feeling of needing to get your hands on the newest, shiniest thing.
You'd do anything to get it, no matter the cost.
But let's think about that. Do you think that's a wise way to think?
1 in 5 US teens in 2026 are financially illiterate, and it isn't entirely their faults.
Lessons are taught in a way that lacks a way of keeping them engaged and listening. In other words, they lack that special that gets things moving along.
This leads to our next question. How can we teach future generations about important lessons that come with having financial literacy?
Meet our animation company,
Get Go Studios.
We make entertaining animations for teenagers and young people in order to educate them about issues they may be facing, such as financial and social issues. Our value proposition is creativity, authenticity, and relatability.
Our target audience, teens and young individuals, will enjoy our animations because our marketing plan relies on being relatable.
Our customers may stay aware through social media. They'll purchase our work because we commit to our work, and we will keep our customers' attention constantly through our unique and creative production. Every project is something and new every time. Our cost is $200.
And so, our current project focuses on our main character, Cameron, who really wants a pet but doesn't have the money or resources to purchase one. So she goes to her mother, who proposes a challenge for her to raise the right amount of money before a certain time period for her to get the pet. So her friend Kai kind of sets her in the right direction and teaches her about a very important prospect of financial literacy, which is financial goals. So our character goes through an entire thing, and she learns how to be financially literate, she learns how to make a financial goal, and then she gets her pet. So if you're interested in buying our animation projects, go to getgostudios.com. Thank you.
What was the hardest part in getting your teams in order on the first day?
The hardest part was probably getting the story off, because we all have so many amazing ideas that sometimes it's really hard to choose which one is best and to choose how to mesh it together. But once we really put our minds together to think as a single unit, we were really able to get things kickstarted.
Okay. Why this problem?
Our young generation loves to buy things. I mean, you see it all the time. You see these cool ads for the newest shoe, the newest headphones, the newest jewelry. We want it all. But the problem is that everything you purchase is an investment. And it's important to keep track of the amount of money you have so that in the case of an emergency or anything, you have the right and sufficient amount of funds to be able to pay towards those causes.
When you did this project in the beginning, how important was it to finish the first session and the second session of the characters and the detail of the money page? Was that important to get you to this point?
Incredibly important. In fact, we have an entire chat where we discuss everything that we need to get done. We have an announcements chat where we, announce the more important things that cannot get lost within our discussions about the project. We are on top of everything. From the first day, my goal was to finish the entire packet so that I could then lead my team and start setting things up so that we could already have the script written.
And the logo, how do you guys come up with this logo?
For me, with the logo, I chose the colors green, orange, and yellow because it represents our gecko
the reason it's a gecko is because geckos they have sticky hands, so they're resilient. And our whole brand kind of goes off of financial resilience.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Okay, so this is probably gonna be up to like $2 or something. So like we want to get this, right? Mm-hmm. Wait. Money for because it also comes with a pack, so that's good too.
yes, Spanish.
Oh, wait, how many seats do you
I know only a
Damn, why is it so long?
I have siblings.
That's funny.
teeth sticking out, and then for the solution, John.
Big man, I gotta ask you a question.
Which one?
What?
Which
I'm talking to you. Why are you trying to skip out on?
My name is Haris Deli. I am the leader of Sunset Studios, a studio that is marketed for teens and young adults. We work with learning how to budget and the idea of becoming. This project was for a small animation about a teen who is doesn't know exactly where they want to go, how they're gonna handle budgeting, and how to do it. So we cover that in this. Taylor was one of the persons who was helping more with when I wasn't here. I was gone for a few days, so they helped a lot.
Everybody has their say and opinion within the project, so it's not just me and Amy working it out. So,
Hi, my name is Jasmine Soler, and I worked on the paper that helped us plan out our business name and our storyboard and overall our animation, and allowed us to already know what we're going into when making our board. Hi, my name is Katie de Jesus, and I helped out with the finances. I helped out with the price target, the fixed expenses, and the selling price per video, which is $275, working at Sunset Studios. As a team aiming for diversity and different worldviews, we really like to include our teammates in all of what we do and what we do as a team, to have that feeling of individuality and inclusion between our work.
Jasmine Espinosa, and I am the leader of our studio, Get Go Studios. In the beginning of this project, we were able to get a lot of things done very quickly and efficiently. We got our storyboard done on day 2. We had our story written out on day 2. We had prepared everything so that we could immediately get straight to voice recording and actually getting to the filming process. And as the leader, I am aware that everybody's voice is important. This project would not be able to happen if it were not for my amazing team members who are amazing at listening. They are amazing at being productive. They're just an excellent group of individuals who all together are able to come together to create this piece that will hopefully be able to inspire the future generation to make wise money choices.
Hi, my name is Thais Sobico. I'm the designer of Get Go Studios, and I helped out doing the value propositions.
So Cameron, our main character, is kind of she's really joyous and energetic, and I wanted to try my best to capture that in her design. And then there's her mom, who's more calm and understanding. And then there's also the side character Kai, who is her friend, our main character's friend. That's what we got.
He basically helps along the way to kind of teach Cameron how to properly set up a financial goal so that she will be able to purchase her gecko, which is the main problem of this story.
And her mom is also the one who proposes a challenge of, getting like a certain amount of money in a certain time frame so that she could be able to, buy her gecko.
Could you walk us through the storyboard?
Okay. So, over here in the beginning, we have our main character, Cameron. She's kind of looking at this gecko at a pet store after her long day at school, and she's really excited about this gecko because it's cute, she loves reptiles, and she just really wants to take this home as a pet. So she rushes home to her mom to ask for a pet. But the problem with Cameron is that she's not thinking about the in-betweens of what it takes to responsibly purchase a pet. Again, you have to have the right amount of funds to not only buy the pet, but buy things for the pet, such as food, playthings, all sorts of stuff. So the mom proposes a challenge for Cameron to complete within a certain time frame for her to allow Cameron to get this pet. So then over here, she's considering the challenge, should I do this or not? And she decides yes. So then over here, we cut to a montage scene where in a quick but efficient way, we are essentially showing the process of her working her way towards getting the right amount of funds to get this pet. And along the way, we will have narration so that the viewers can have a better understanding of what's going along the way. And over here, we have our resolution. So Cameron gets her gecko, she's really happy, she's really excited. And then over here is where the lesson kind of comes together and the lesson is explained for viewers to understand and hopefully apply in their lives.
Hi, my name is Aaliyah Lewis, and I'm the money manager. I also helped with the marketing plan, saying how our customer could always and be aware of how they could contact us through social media. And I also helped with the price target, which our profit is $15 and our video per hour is $20.
Like on the below part, because I was gonna put the cat above.
Oh yeah, that would be cute.
Okay, he's like falling out of the spaceship. It's okay. It's okay.
Hi, my name is Gabby. I'm the money manager, and I also contributed to writing and making our logo.
Hi, my name is Brooklyn, and I did the character designs. I helped with the story, and yeah, and also I helped build out our board and added the decorations.
Hey, I'm Natalie. I'm the writer, and I also helped design and write the script for the story.
And also, hello, I am Carlinchi. I am the director, and I helped with placement and ideas for the board. And so, what we have on our board so far is we have our solutions, our problem. Could you explain to us the problem and our solution?
Sure. Okay. So the problem is that like the main character is like depressed and stuff, and she's having like a really hard time with like eating food and stuff, like cause it's like actually somewhat common with that, but she's like basically depressed, and like she just really has a hard time like with her junk foods and stuff, and she's wasting like a lot of money towards said like junk food. Wait, I also do the solution?
You can read the solution.
Okay, so the solution is that at the end, she learns her mistakes, and she gets a therapist, and she gets the help she needs. And yeah, it's John.
The therapist.
And then she learns to save money and not be depressed. She becomes happy, and she also doesn't waste money on junk food.
And so overall, our story and video will be about mental health and how we connect with these teenagers who is suffering from these actively. And we can also help you with our video by conquering in ways that you can help yourself, improve yourself instead of eating like bad things and getting bad habits up and, you know, having good stuff going on. And so we're gonna have Gabby explain our value proposition and price.
Our value proposition is value 1, improve of mental health. Value 2 is learning the quality of life. Value 3 is guaranteed support for all teenagers because sometimes they feel like they have nobody to talk to. So with our studio, we can show how they can relate to them in a way without them feeling, left out. Our marketing plan is how you can find us in social media, for example, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and our website, which is plutostudios.com. You should buy. I think you should buy our studios because it shows relatability and support, and to keep coming back to share with families and friends who are also struggling with the same things. That was the time.
Thank you. Can you explain the cost, the pricing structure for this business?
Yes, we can. For our fixed expenses, we came up with our total is $250. Our variable expenses per project is $175. We broke it down by selling our project for $75, and our profits is $68.08.
What's your secret sauce?
Would you like to do the secret sauce?
I can. Okay. What makes our studios totally different is us as teenagers. We make it for other teens, and also we can relate in similar situations as them, as being depressed, having anxiety, social anxiety, and etc. We can. Our advantage is to create similar situations, which is her problem on spending money on unnecessary items like junk food and overeating and being depressed. And you should choose us because we are very relatable.
And also, may I add to that? Not only is it really relatable, we also want to open these teenagers' eyes that you're not alone and that we can actually give you the brightness to your darkness to lead you to the right directions and to improve you better.
Thank you. Go.
Hi, my name is Taylor Burney, and I'm more so the co-leader, if you will, and I helped design the characters and do a little bit of the scripting. More so, I worked on the storyboard, and that's what I did.
Hi, my name is Katie De Jesus, and I helped with the finances and cutting out the stuff to place on this poster board.
Hi, my name is Amy Cantera, and I am the main director and the main writer.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Soler, and I co-finance with Katie, and I also cut out some of the things to put on the board and wrote some.
My name is Adley Greenslade, and I'm the co-writer and also the helper for Taylor.
Have you guys ever felt like unnecessarily very bored when watching something about finance, and you cannot connect with what you want to see? You try and you just cannot get yourself to watch it. Our main goal is to make people feel represented, make people connect with our work, because once you connect, you start learning.
So, what we presented here is one of our characters named Sunday. So, we made this character to relate with certain people who like myself, can't really keep up with financial things like keeping up with subscriptions, rent, or anything of that sort that's like a monthly thing. So, primarily, Sunday, I would say, really feels like a deep heart and core of myself, if you will, because I feel like I can bond with them.
We want our characters to feel like you could be friends with. We don't want our audience to feel bored once they start watching our content.
And also with our character, feeling unconnected to the main cast is something that's a big issue for a lot of animation studios. Being able to connect and also see yourself in people, and especially in the shows that you love to watch, is something that can be really good for the studio and also for yourself.
Sunday is an immigrant that recently got a scholarship to a school, but they feel like they don't fit in because of the financial gap between them and their peers. So when they find out that rent is due this next week, they have 1 week to find out how to get that money.
Yeah, Sunset Studios is really a big part in really just focusing on finances and not really letting other things that are outside of financial budgeting and learning how to save money get in the way of that.
And to add on it, with the animations itself, we don't want to make it seem like it's just some funny bit that nobody can really relate to as a shallow thing.
Thank you. Question: how did you guys use the 50-30-20 rule in your budgeting plan?
Would you like to answer that? I believe you were the one.
Well, we use the 50-30 budget, the 50-30-20 budget rule to calculate how much overall our needs, wants, and saves will be. We divided that by the 50%, which is our needs, and the 30%, which is our wants, and the 20%, which is our saves. Which our needs would be $250, our wants would be $150, and we save around $100 at Sunset Studios.
Can someone explain their marketing plan? How you plan to get this out to the public?
Since we are targeted towards teens and like young adults, something that we realize is there's like Instagram teens and like a lot of teen accounts there on Instagram. So we want to start marketing there to like put ourselves into the viewers we want, which are like, again, young adults and teens.
And then we can also use TikTok as well to actually broaden our platform, because there is like a type of feature about it where we like spend a certain amount, so we can actually like promote it in a way so it can land on everybody's feed.
And how you came up with how was it working as a team? Because I like the color scheme, but how was it as a leader getting your team to gel and make the deadline?
Since I wasn't here a few days, I put Taylor in charge, which I think Taylor did an amazing job, but I also make sure to communicate with all my team and to make sure that everybody is on the same page about all of our stuff. We have a group chat which we communicate when like somebody's late, when somebody's not going to be here. And I think like us already having a background with each other and knowing each other, it has helped us a lot with organization.
Thank you. I like the fact that everybody participate in the presentation. Couple key things I would like to point out that was really exceptional, and some things that we could work on moving forward. I would say that I love the fact that you guys had your visuals. It's well color coordinated, like the balance that's happening. It seems really animation when I look at this board. It has a lot of movement. I love how these characters are popping out, and the fact that you're dealing with a real serious topic. The topic of mental health is it's a serious situation going on. And I think that you guys addressed that pretty well. I'm excited to see the next. Now this team right here, this team is our winner for today. This team, second place winner. Let's clap it up. And third place, my team here. All right, so now listen. We just went through the process.
So in the beginning stages of this project, the most important thing to have set in stone from the start
is knowing where you're going to be communicating so that you can then collaborate with your team. Like for example, for me in the beginning, the first thing I did was make a WhatsApp group chat so that we could then start doing polls on what our character names should be, what our story should be based on, so that we could communicate the script. That's the most important thing, because if you don't have a strong communication with your team, then there's no project.
Hello, my name is Aris Deli and I am the main leader of Sunset Studios. I feel like working in this project, some advice that I want to give is that you have to very much communicate. You have to communicate a lot with your team, make sure everything is done by the end of class so you don't have to work overtime on the things you need. Make sure that you have a plan set for when you start your project. Animation should be trying to be done right away, and any shortcut you can take, it's probably good to take it because of the little amount of time you have. I think that's it. I don't